Hello and welcome. We are doing Who is Thinking About You today? So I have three piles of oracle cards that I already prepared, and then we'll get into the tarot. We're going to use the oracle cards and the stickers to kind of get an idea of who this person is. This could be someone that you already know. This could be someone who's kind of in your outer periphery. I feel like that's the case for one of you. I feel like one of you, or one of the piles, there's a possibility that this is someone in your outer periphery, not really in your inner circle. And this could be someone that you maybe don't know. I feel like that's lightly sprinkled in all the piles. But most of you, you do know this person. Um, that's just the overall energy that I'm getting. But yeah, let's go ahead and I will show you. We're going to pick from stickers today. I have these really cute stickers. I picked them up from a local shop and I just love them. And when I was looking around trying to figure out how I wanted to decorate the space for the video, I saw the stickers and I was like, of course I want to use these. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and I'll introduce you to the stickers. That way you can pick. You can pick from the stickers. Maybe there's something about the way the piles look that draws your attention. If you can pick from your intuition, like that would be amazing. I personally, when I watch pick a cards, I have to be drawn to something visually and it's not consistent. So I know it's kind of my intuition, but like I envy the people who can just literally like disregard their senses and go with their intuition. We'll get there one day. But or you can also choose by the timestamps, the numbers on the timestamps. I feel like a lot of people resonate with numbers. So yeah, let's go ahead and introduce you to the little piles. So pile one, you have this really pretty holographic mermaid sticker. See if we can get her to come into focus really well. There we go. There she is. She's gorgeous. She gives me koi fish vibes. It's pile one. Pile two, you actually have a sticker of Howl from Howl's Moving Castle. If you've never seen that movie, it is my favorite Miyazaki film and you need to go watch it. But if you're drawn to this pile, you probably have seen the movie. And then pile three, you have the I Am Enough card. I just think this is a beautiful card. Just everything about it. The colors, the saying, energetically. All right. So go ahead and take a moment to pick your pile and we will go ahead and get started for you. Hi pile one and welcome to your reading. If you chose the mermaid sticker, then this is your reading. So right off the bat, one of the things I had noticed when I was shuffling your cards, I was lightly assigning meaning to the cards, like kind of what they're meant to indicate to me. And for the cards that I'm going to use to indicate how your person shows themselves love and respect, kind of thing, like what things they do for themselves. Yours was the only pile that got two cards. And the reason that sticks out to me is I'm going to go ahead and guess that you personally, especially like just choosing this more glamorous looking sticker, to be honest, you are probably someone who possesses a lot of self-love and self-respect. The reason I say that is because often we are drawn to and we draw in those that reflect what we are, right? So that's just kind of already a feeling that I'm getting with you, but let's go ahead and look at the cards and see what we have. So we have card number 20 with garden. Very nice. We have card number 29, conscious eating nourishes me. Very good. We have card number 1, my instincts keep me adaptable in the face of any obstacle. Card number 15, imagination, let your dreams take flight. That is a gorgeous card. However, I am not familiar with it. My goddess deck I am still getting to know those cards, so we're probably going to have to pop over to the book at some point. And then we have Dandelion with Wishes. Okay. So significant numbers, we have 20, 29, 15, and 1. Nothing is really sticking out number-wise significantly. Those could be indicators of your person. Maybe they could be born on any one of those dates. They could be a January person. So some of the things I'm going to say about your person. So the Garden card indicates someone who is very welcoming to friends and family. Your person could be incredibly social. They could be the life of the party. You could meet them at parties. You could always be partying with them or going to social events with them all the time. Like if they're in your friend group, you could meet them at a social event. I feel like I already said that. They could enjoy hosting social things. That is going to be one thing about your person. Another thing about your person, conscious eating nourishes me. They're most likely a healthy eater, and they watch what they eat, or at the very least, fruits and vegetables are not missing from their plates, at the very least. On the more extreme side of that, they could specifically be a vegetarian, a vegan, anything like that. Maybe they could be fruitarians. With this card, my instincts keep me adaptable in the face of any obstacle. When I had flipped this over and looked at it, I got strongly that this person trusts their intuition. They trust their intuition. They trust their instincts. They have a high level of being able to trust their own inner guidance. This is not someone who is easily swayed by other people, which is interesting considering that they are more on the social side. So if they're really, really on the social side, I'm going to say they probably lean more towards being the life of the party or the person who likes to host. Or they could be the person constantly just coming up with ideas of like you could be in a friend group and you guys are all just kind of like, what do we do? And this person is just like, hey guys, I heard about this event. Let's go do that. They are a little bit more of a leader type, or at the very least, not a lone wolf, definitely not a lone wolf, but someone who likes to do their own thing. The mushrooms also stuck out to me really hardcore. Your person could be an earth sign. They could simply just like being in nature. They could maybe really like mushrooms. Not those kind. The sober kind. Or they could like the other kind. I don't know. And then with the imagination card, let your dreams take flight. I would say this is an ambitious person. Especially combined with the wishes card, dandelion wishes, they could be a super ambitious person. They could be the kind of person that they believe in manifesting. They know how to get what they want. They know how to follow their dreams. They couldn't follow moon cycles. I just heard that. Let's see what else. This dandelion, the one that's ready to be blown out, this is just really, this image is sticking out to me. You may have a memory of this person blowing out dandelions or blowing them out with that person. Maybe you blew out a dandelion and wished for a person and they're coming towards you very soon. We're going to go ahead and actually meander to the book super quickly, though. Do you take a look at this imagination card? Okay. Let the Mother of Air, goddess of the limitless skies, carry you on owl wings to beyond farther than far to where imagination is born. This is a precious thing indeed to be cherished and nurtured. This treasure is your gift. Tend it well and give it space to grow and flourish. If you care for it well, it will enrich your life with creativity, wonder, and joy. Allow time for daydreaming and bring your night dreams into the light by keeping a dream journal. Read fairy stories and myths. Go out at dawn and dusk. Spend time in the liminal spaces where the veils between worlds are thin. Listen, for in the spiraling eddies of dreamtime, the goddess of air may speak to you of ancient truths and future journeys. Run with hair into the magical starlit night. She is calling you to follow her into the timeless world of myth where only imagination knows the way. Carry your nighttime ventures into your daytime world, letting chance encounters with animals and birds connect you back to your inner world of dreams and imagination. Let owls share with you her gifts of insight and intuition. She may let you see through her eyes to know the truth that lies behind the masks and facades of life. Let your true childlike nature of wonder remember itself and allow magic back into your life. Affirmation: I enrich my life through my imagination. So, as I was reading that, I kind of got the sense that the reason we drew a card that I needed to reference the book for was because there were specific instructions for you in that book, in that passage that I just read. So maybe you need to be going out during dusk and dawn. Maybe you need to be paying attention to your dreams for more signs about this person. Okay. This could also be someone who's simply just highly creative. This could be someone who still, enjoys Disney movies, who still reads fairy tales and myths and really likes that belief in fantasy, you know? So, that being said, I feel like we have a pretty good idea of your person. And let's go ahead and get into the tarot. We're going to go ahead and take a look at whether this person's going to take action towards you. I remember earlier too saying that one of these decks, one of these piles, you haven't met your person yet. And I feel like it's this pile. And I know what you're thinking, like, how can a person I haven't even met yet be thinking about me? Because you embody what their dream person is. They're thinking about their dream person. They're maybe dreaming of you, which might be why you need to pay attention to your dreams in liminal spaces. If they are doing foresty extracurriculars, they could be having visions of you that way. Very fairy tale-esque and romantic, if you ask me. But yeah, so let's go ahead and see about any action that might be taken or just whatever the tarot has to say about the person thinking of you. Yeah. Spirit, what action will the person thinking of pile 1 take? Person thinking of pile 1 can take it. Okay. Have the moon in reverse. Hold on, we're just gonna see if we can put all these kind of nicely over here. They're probably gonna get covered up at some point, let's be honest. All right, action that the person thinking of pile 1 will take. The Fool in reverse. Okay. Action that the person thinking of pile 1 will take. With the cards that are out already, I'm already feel definitely like confirming that this person doesn't know you yet. Because there's just a bit of non-action so far. Person thinking of pile one. One day I will get another camera and have more space to do these readings. Okay. So we have the moon in the reverse, the fool, we have the ace of swords in reverse, page of wands, the king of cups in reverse, coming out with the queen of cups in the reverse. Okay. Wow. Maybe the reason that this person isn't coming in just yet could be because you're not quite ready for them. Which is fine. Things happen in divine timing, but let's go ahead and just get more into this. So we have card 18, we have 0, we have Pisces energy, Aries energy, more Aries energy, Scorpio energy, Libra energy, Gemini energy, and Cancer energy. So this person could have a significant Aries placement, or they could be an Aries. You could be an Aries or have a significant Aries placement. Or everything could end up taking place during Aries season, which would mean sometime next year. Which would kind of line up with you don't know this person yet, and the reason you don't know this person yet is because you're not yet ready. Okay. Let's see here. So with the moon in the reverse, this person is kind of in an illusionary state. I did mention that they might believe in manifestation. They might believe in manifestation by the time they get to you, but they could only recently be discovering the power of it, because we have the moon in reverse, and right next to it is the fool, also in the reverse. This is someone who doesn't yet quite believe that the universe has their back. This is someone who still needs to be in control of everything. This is someone who still needs a lot of the answers and who just has a hard time taking that leap of faith. This could be, I feel really strongly like this is the energy of who this person is right now. All of this is very possibly the person that they become by the time you meet them. Or honestly, like a lot of this could still be accurate right now, but they just don't yet have that belief in manifestation yet. They're still learning that. And I feel like, I mean, honestly, most people don't come out believing in manifestation. They have to be shown that it works. They have to be taught what it is and how it works. I don't think it's yet commonplace for anyone to be raised with the idea of manifestation either. I feel like it will become more commonplace once the current generation grows up and starts to have children, but right now it's not as commonplace. Yeah, the reason things you don't know this person yet is because either you're not ready or they're not ready. But it's in the universe. It's in divine timing. If you've been wishing for a person, and this doesn't sound like anyone that you know yet, you will know this person. I'm just getting that really, really strongly. You don't know the person yet, but you will. And maybe you're watching to make sure that you can recognize them. And, you know, when you recognize them, you can just kind of zoom in and be like, you. I choose you. I don't know. So you can siren song serenade them. So yeah, with the Ace of Swords in reverse energy, your person could very recently be discovering the power of their ideas, the power of their thoughts, or they could be having ideas on it, but they're not talking about it yet to anyone. They're not sharing these ideas. They're still bubbling very, very low. And you know, with the imagination card was more urging the person. And if the imagination card does represent your person, it's also kind of that energy trying to urge them to pay attention to their imagination, to believe in their imagination. With the dandelion card, it does say wishes, but inside the book, it also talks about someone who doesn't quite believe in their wishes yet. So we're kind of in the energy of becoming. And that is where the journey lies anyway. The journey lies in the becoming. Your person's going to be learning a lot, though, about their creativity, harnessing their creativity very, very soon, and turning their energy into creation, learning that they can transmute negativity into beauty, that they can transmute, that everything that they need is technically within them. And they can manipulate the outside with what's inside of them. They're going to be barely learning that very soon. However, with the King of Cups here coming out with the Queen of Cups in the reverse, I see them taking action towards you, maybe right when they meet you, and you're just kind of like, no. We're gonna get more on that actually. Spirit, can you clarify the King of Cups, please? Spirit, clarify the King of Cups. Thank you. Six of Wands. Spirit, can you clarify the Queen of Cups in reverse, please? Spirit, please clarify the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Three of Wands in the reverse. Six of Wands is victory. This person, I feel like they see you and they immediately know what they want. And they want you, but you're saying no because you're in a Three of Wands in reverse energy. Which is kind of like waiting for something that hasn't yet arrived. Maybe you don't recognize this person. Or maybe when you meet them, they haven't fully stepped into the description. So when you first meet them, maybe you don't recognize them and you think you're waiting for something else. Or maybe your heart is entangled around something else. But yeah, Three of Wands is in reverse is kind of like waiting longer than you should. Why are you... Can we get more on that Queen of Cups in reverse, please, Spirit? Two of Cups. Oh. So you could be in a relationship with someone else when you meet this person. You could be in a relationship with someone else when you meet this person. You could be in a situationship. You could simply have your eyes on somebody else when you meet this person. And you're kind of waiting for that situation to become what you want it to become, or you're waiting for the person to become who you want them to become when this person walks in. And that's why you say no. Yeah, I'm getting more Cancer energy with this Two of Cups, and then that also matches with the Queen of Cups in the reverse. So you could be a Cancer, have a significant Cancer placement. I mean, if you're in a situationship or you're crushing on someone and you're waiting for them, or you're in a relationship that isn't, the person's not doing what you need them to do. I mean, generally speaking, like even if you don't have someone trying to grab your attention, it is a sign of self-love to not continue to accept less than what you deserve. There was a quote, and it's the only way to have more is to stop holding on to less. So, Spirit, what advice do you have for pile one? Spirit, what advice do you have for pile one, please? Thank you. Advice for pile one. Okay, so for advice, we have the Two of Swords in the reverse, the Seven of Cups, and the Six of Swords. So yeah, the Two of Swords really indicates a strong amount of confusion, the delay in making a decision, and then Seven of Cups is also confusion, too many options, not really knowing what to do. And then the Six of Swords is travel. Whatever the situation is that you're currently in, you need to step out of that situation. It is no longer serving you, especially if there's a part of you that is thinking, God, I don't want this to continue on with the way it is. This is really bumming me out. Hold on, give me 1 second. My current person isn't treating me the way I want them to treat me. They're not showing up the way I want them to. Things like that. Some of you could also be watching, hoping that... Hello, Socks. My roommate's cat just jumped up here. Hi, baby girl. Some of you could also be watching, like, hoping that the person that I'm describing is the person that you want to come in for you in a certain way, and they're just not doing it. And on one hand, okay, yeah, if the shoe fits. On the other hand, you can't force the shoe to fit there, Cinderella. Like, it's... If the person who's thinking of you that I am describing does not sound like the person you are currently in a situation with, point blank and period, that is not your person. And you need to have an eye out for the person I did just describe, because if, say you're in a situationship, and the only time that person pays attention to you is when you're together, maybe shortly afterwards, because, you know, neuroscience and sex and all that stuff, or like they're only like thinking about you late at night, they only pay you any mind late at night or when they're bored, that is not a person who truly values you. That is not a person who really cares about you. The person thinking of you, the kinds of people who will pop up in those readings, are going to be people who think about you first thing when they wake up, at their job. This wonderful thing just happened, I want to tell pile one. That's going to be the person that these readings are referencing. And the other thing too is your person that is thinking of you showed up as the King of Cups. The King of Cups wants to make a mature, emotional love offer, a romantic love offer. That is the opposite of Wands energy. All right. So that is all I have for you, pile one. Thank you for coming to your reading. I hope this was helpful to you guys. I do offer personal readings if that is something you are interested in. Otherwise, be good, be safe, and love and light to you. Bye. Hi, Pile 2, and welcome to your reading. If you resonated with the sticker depicting Howl on it, then this is your pile. So just picking up on that particular energy, you could potentially this is the one where I feel like you might have someone in mind already. There could be a little bit of a chemistry between you and the person already. This could be someone who is very good looking, potentially a little vain. Um, and the other thing with Howl's personality too was he was super dedicated to his mission. Um, that he was doing. Like he was just constantly getting hurt. He was constantly gone all the time. If you've never seen House Moving Castle, you need to go see it. I love that movie. And the thing I love about Howl is like Sophie has more of a plain beauty and she doesn't see her beauty, but he very much does. And even when she's the older woman, he shows her a lot of respect and a certain level of affection. So yeah. Um, your person could also be a tad dramatic. Your person could be Howl in spirit. Or they could simply enjoy Miyazaki films. But let's go ahead and take a look at the cards. So we have letter, card number 27. We have, whoop, that's a spicy card. We have card number, jeez. We have card number 25 with focus and intention. I can shape energy in any direction. That was the other thing I was thinking really, really fast. Your person could very much have magician energy. They could practice the occult. They could do witchy stuff. They could just really be capable of manifesting whatever it is they want. Pile 1 had someone who had a strong potential to be in that energy as well. So I see we have a collective with a very particular taste. We have self-exploration, card number 29. Fairy tales and myths. That was another thing that popped up in the previous pile. So if you were also drawn to pile 1, go ahead and take a look at that pile. And then we have garlic with repel. Interesting. Okay. So 29, 25, and 27, your person could be in their 20s. With the letter card, that is, it is what it sounds like. It's messages. This person might prefer writing you letters. They might write you poetry or songs or something. This might be something where it's a little bit of a long distance connection. You spend a lot of time. This person's very dedicated to a particular thing, like a job or a passion or a mission. So a lot of your communication occurs indirectly. So like over text message or letters or cute little notes around the house. I don't know why I thought of that in particular. With focus and intention, I can shape energy in any direction. So the thing about this is, this symbol up here, let me see if I can pick this up without revealing the tatas. Okay. So this symbol up here, especially with all the circles and things that kind of look like crescents and the light and the dark, this really gives me moon cycles energy. This could be someone that very much works with the moon, or they could simply have a veneration for the moon. Um, we also have self-exploration. There's a lot of green on this card, and there's a lot of green on this card. And then two, these cards, I mean, all these cards have a green border, but just lots of green. So your person could like the color green, they could wear a lot of the color green, they could have a very open heart chakra, they could have green eyes, green hair. There is that scene where, like, Howl tries to do something and then, like, or no, it's the scene where like Sophie like opens up his bathroom and then there's just like remnants of potions just everywhere. Everywhere. It's a damn mess. Um I'm also noticing how in this card she's holding a skunk. I almost said fox. Not a fox, a skunk. She's holding a skunk very fondly. And then here we have a wolf depicted here, and here we have a black cat and a toad, and I feel like your person could very much have an overall love for animals, just because I feel like we're seeing a lot of animals that like are typically misunderstood by humanity as a whole. So your person could really, really love animals. With self-exploration, fairy tales, and myths, this coming together with focus and intention can shape energy in any direction. I feel like this is someone who really knows themselves very, very well inside and out. With the white and the black, this could be someone who's already integrated their shadow very much into their personality. There really is, this is someone who's totally come into themselves. And I feel like that's, again, that's very true over here with the energy that Howl would represent. Howl feels like someone who very much knows himself, good and bad. And then with garlic, we have repel. So garlic is an herb that is sacred to Hecate. I'm just going to put that out there right now. And she is a goddess that, walks with travelers, that takes in the misunderstood, that is a goddess of witchcraft. So that's a huge vibe with this person. This person is a misfit, maybe growing up, and they just have learned to love themselves and they love other misfits. That is your person. That's a really beautiful energy. So we're going to get into the tarot now and just take a look at any action they're going to take towards you. The garlic card does say repel too, so I feel like this person is very choosy about who they let into their inner circle. But let's go ahead and take a look at the tarot and see about any action that they're going to take towards you. Okay. Devil in reverse. Yeah, that does indicate someone who has mastered their shadows, that has integrated all parts of themselves and fully accepts themselves. Because that's like overcoming addiction, overcoming obsession, overcoming the darker aspects of self. Okay. We have the Star coming out with the Nine of Wands in the reverse. Your person could have recently gone through a bit of a glow up, so to speak. King of Swords, okay. Justice in the reverse, interesting. Okay. We have the Queen of Pentacles coming up with the Eight of Pentacles with the Magician in the reverse. That is a lot. We will get into that. So we have card number 15, that is the devil. We have card number 17, the star. Justice is card number 8, and the magician is card number 1. We have Capricorn energy, Aquarius energy, Sagittarius energy, more Capricorn energy, more Aquarius energy, Libra energy, Aries energy, Virgo energy, Scorpio energy, and more Capricorn energy. Your person probably has a significant Capricorn placement. Okay, let's just get into this. So, your person recently, the person thinking of you recently, overcame some kind of addiction or obsession, or just got to a place where they integrated shadow. Currently, they're in a King of Swords energy, so this is someone who is diplomatic. This is someone who has a lot of great ideas, who has good leadership skills, which doesn't surprise me with the other aspects that came out in the Oracle cards. Currently with the star energy, this is someone that, again, they get a lot of attention. This is probably someone who is good looking, bordering on vain, which is kind of what we get with that Howl sticker a little bit. And then 9 of Wands in the reverse, however, 9 of Wands in the reverse coming out with the star. Yeah, this is someone that just kind of magnetizes people to them very, very easily. This could be someone that you know them because they have a strong magnetic draw. People like to talk to them, people like to be around them, and it seems so effortless, and you're kind of just like, how do you do this? How are you doing this? That could be a way that you could strongly know them. So what is actually concerning to me is the Justice in Reverse card. That is what is concerning to me. I feel like the person thinking of you, not that they actively have bad intentions, just their intentions are more selfish, I feel like. Their intentions are a little bit more selfish, potentially, with you. Because with the Justice in Reverse, that makes me feel like someone who just cares more about what's best for them and doesn't think as much about what's best for other people. Which does sometimes happen when you go towards radical self-acceptance. Not saying that anyone who possesses radical self-acceptance is selfish necessarily, but sometimes, you get into what they call that villain era. I'm in my villain era, which is literally, I am thinking about me right now. Typically, when a person enters that era, it is after they've gone through, a period of time where they had really poor boundaries, where they got hurt a lot, they let people walk all over them. And so typically, when we're first healing something, we swing really hard to the other side. And then we kind of find we teeter back and forth a little bit till we actually find balance. So this person could have totally integrated their shadow. That does not necessarily mean that they're fully balanced yet, though. They could be thinking a little bit more about what they want. If you know who this person is and you meet this person and they come towards you and you feel in your body that this isn't for you, listen to that. And I potentially see that with, over here we have the Queen of Pentacles up hand, we have the Eight of Pentacles up hand, and we have the Magician in the reverse. So that's almost like, I almost feel like this person like goes to go towards you, or you just pick up that their intentions are, or you simply listen to me, that they're just, by the way, if I am telling you something and your inner guidance system is telling you something different, listen to your inner guidance system. These are general reads. Not every single thing that comes up is going to be for you. But yeah, so for some of you, this person just has selfish intentions. They're thinking about what they want, what's best for them. With the Queen of Pentacles, that is someone who is very self-sufficient, who is capable of asking for and getting what they want almost immediately. Eight of Pentacles is perfectionism, but then the Magician in the reverse is not realizing your own power and potential. I feel like I heard that many of them feel like you don't see your own power and potential. Many of them feel that you do not see your own power and potential. Some of them are banking on that. And you don't want someone who... You do not want a person... Like, it's fine if someone comes towards you and they're like, oh, you don't know your own power and potential. Let me help you see it. That is one thing. Oh, you don't see your own power and potential. That's something else. You don't want that kind of energy. Let's go a little bit more. Okay. Because I don't feel like every single one of you, this person has bad intentions for. We're gonna do, let's see. We're gonna use these little bunny rabbits. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Spirit, for the collective, that for those that pile two's person has good intentions, what does pile two need to know? Pile two's person with good intentions, what do they need to know about their person? I'm gonna just move all these over so that I don't get confused. Pile two, person with good intentions. Pile two, person, thank you. Thank you. Okay. So pile two, person with good intentions. Those are going to be your cards. And then before I get into them, let's move on over here super quick. Pile two, person with bad intentions or selfish intentions. Pile two, person with bad intentions. Okay. Those came out touching each other, so I will take them as ooh. Yep. Okay. So the repel here could be, for those of you where your person has bad intentions, they could be a bit of an energy vampire. And that is how they keep people magnetized towards them. And that is how they keep that high energy up. They've learned how to harness that ability. But we'll get to you in a second. So those of you where your person has good intentions towards you. We have the Five of Pentacles in the reverse, the Two of Swords in the reverse, and the Queen of Wands also in the reverse. Taurus, Libra, Pisces, and Aries energy. I feel like that person is conflicted about how to come towards you. They're conflicted about the energy to take towards you. I feel like on one hand, they want to showcase like the ways in which they are different, the ways in which they are beyond the norm, that they can show you more than what most people would have to offer you. Came out a little weird. And then on the other hand, they are worried about approaching you too passionately. They don't want that to dominate the they don't want that to dominate the connection. So really fast advice for that particular collective. One card for some advice, Spirit. Two of Wands in the reverse. That is not seeing reality properly. That is not being ready. Okay, so for those of you where you know this person is, they want to come towards you, they are not sure whether or not they want to come towards you showcasing their weirdness, so to speak, but they're afraid of coming at you too passionately. Either way, when they come towards you, tell them to slow their roll. They need to slow their roll. You need them to slow their roll. Start it as a friendship. That is the advice Spirit has for you. Start this as a friendship. See how things play out. And it could very much be that if they are fairly different, they have ideas that you've just never been exposed to before, and you're a little bit more reserved or traditional or what have you, sometimes it is better to start things as a friendship to see how truly compatible you actually are. And a lot of beautiful relationships start as friendships. So that is the advice Spirit has for you guys. Okay. The portion of my pile 2 collective where your person does not have the greatest of intentions necessarily. Let's pull these more into view. Okay. We have the Wheel of Fortune coming out with the Ace of Pentacles. We have 8 of Swords, and we have the 6 of Cups. So that's card number 10. This is all the fixed signs. So Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, Taurus. We have Gemini energy, and we have a little bit more Scorpio energy. Yeah, I had said that this person sees that you possess an 8 of Swords energy. This card has always been super interesting to me, simply because it depicts a unicorn. A beautiful motherfucking unicorn, but it's 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords is the illusion of being trapped. The illusion of limits that we do not actually possess. You're a fucking unicorn. I don't know why I'm being so aggressive about this, but you're a unicorn. You literally have no limits. But the person is banking on the fact that you do not see it. And then, yeah, we have Wheel of Fortune with Inquisitor. This is really sticking out to me because, like, Howl is literally a magician. But then we have Inquisitor here, which is on the Wheel of Fortune card. Wheel of Fortune with Ace of Pentacles, a chap. New chapter. This might sound weird. This person might see that you are in fact more powerful than them if you can learn to harness that energy. They don't want you to learn to harness that energy. They want it from you. Maybe they're not trying to hurt you with it necessarily, but isn't that kind of a form of hurting someone by allowing them to keep their own hands tied and their own eyes blinded? I also just feel like you will know if I'm talking to you. You will know if this is your particular person. You're going to feel it in your gut. That little twinge, that shiver, that is your intuition. That slight tightening in the gut, that is your intuition. Listen to it. And then over here, we have the Six of Cups. So especially if this is someone from your past or they bring up things from your past, it shows Jenny Greenteeth on this card. If I remember the myth properly involving her, it's, I want to say a Scottish myth. I could be wrong. Please don't come for me if I'm wrong. Just gently comment. But, God, I'm trying to remember what her myth is. I can't remember what the myth is, and I don't want to accidentally tell you something that's wrong. So instead, I'm going to advise you to read her myth or to watch a YouTube on her myth. Her myth is somehow important in this. If you go towards this person, they're going to trudge up all of the murky things in your shadows. And while it is good to do shadow work, while it is good to allow yourself to go through that dark night and come out on the other side, it is not good when another person trudges that up for you. It makes it messier. It makes it more painful. It makes that dark night of the soul take even longer because someone else did it. And then you're kind of like layering trauma on top of the trauma. Spirit, what advice do you have for this person? Ten of Cups, happiness. Hold on to your happiness. Hold on to anything and everything that makes you happy, especially if this person thinks, like, tries to take those things from you. The more they try to take something from you, the harder you need to hold on to it. And hold on to the support of friends and family around you. I would not let this person anywhere near you if I were you. Wow, so that definitely was a longer, more intense reading than I was anticipating. That is all I have for you. Thank you for coming to your reading. I do offer personal reads if that is something you are interested in. Otherwise, I will see you again soon. Be good, be safe, and love and light to you. Bye! Hi Pile 3 and welcome to your reading. If you chose the I Am Enough sticker, then this reading is for you. One of the things that I had wanted to point out about when I was shuffling, so Pile 1 had like the opposite thing to what happened with your card, but I digress. So this card right here, I'm kind of intending that it displays a way in which your person shows themselves love and respect. When I was shuffling for this card, I had to shuffle 3 times to get one. So that kind of indicates to me that your person, the person who's thinking of you, might have a hard time showing themselves love and respect. And the other thing that's kind of gearing me towards that assumption is the sticker, I am enough. You could be someone who is very early in your glow up journey, in your awakening, and who's still trying to learn to love yourself. And quite often we attract what we are. We attract in the energy that we put out. So if you are someone who has a difficult time loving yourself, you will likely pull in someone who also has a difficult time loving themselves or who's learning to do so. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the cards and see what we got for you. Ooh, yeah. 36 with cross. 31, I have unlimited potential and claim my purpose. All I need is within me. Bravery, explore your inner wild places. And Arnica, recovery. Yeah, very, very strong energy of someone who is learning to love themselves. Significant numbers, we have 36, 31, and 5. Your person could be, one of you could be 31 and the other one 36, because that's a 5-year age gap, and we have the number 5 right here. So there could be a 5-year age gap between you and the other person. That is one way you could know who they are. Cross is literally burdens. And trauma and regrets. This card, potential, I have unlimited potential and claim my purpose. All I need is within me. This is, yes, someone learning that they don't need outside validation. This card shows Artemis, bravery, explore your inner wild places. I heard feminist when I turned this card over. So your person could be strongly feminist. The other thing with this card is that it encourages self-exploration. It doesn't say that. There's another card that actually says that, but this card very much also suggests to explore the parts of you that society has said is not okay. And actually getting to know those parts and learning to embrace those parts. And then Arnica with recovery. This is literally wounds. Arnica is used to heal wounds. So I'm just gonna say it. This person could very much struggle with depression. They could have had a lot of painful connections in their life. This card specifically talks about regrets involving her mother and the story behind that card. So this person could have a difficult relationship with their mother. They could have a mother wound. I feel like with the night sky and these two cards, your person could be more nocturnal. They could enjoy going out at nights. They could resonate with the night. Like that could just be when they feel more alive, more energetic. I also feel like with how sunny these cards are, and the fact that she has a small smile on her face, I feel like this is someone that even if they struggle with depression, they don't show everybody that. They might very much pretend to be happier than what they are or put on a brave face all the time, but on the inside, they are hurting. But they're learning not to. That's the thing. They're learning to accept themselves, love themselves, find purpose and reason within themselves. They are on a healing journey, which is a good place. I mean, it's better to be on the other side of the healing journey where you done the thing, but being on the healing journey too is better than still needing to figure out where to start. So let's go ahead and see what the tarot says. But yeah, so the person thinking about you, I just heard thinking stage, like they're just in the thinking stage, but we'll see what the tarot says. Two with this card, I am enough, how she has all these colors on her. I feel like your person could very well see nothing but beauty in you, even if you have a hard time seeing it within yourself. They could be super drawn to you. Wow. Three of Swords right off the bat. Yeah, my energy just shifted a lot when we started this because I just feel kind of blah. Seven of Swords. Justice. The person thinking of you could be non-romantic too. I know people typically come to these like thinking romantically. I typically come to these thinking romantically. But I feel like for some of you, this isn't a romantic connection. This could be more of a familial connection or a friendship connection. Ten of Swords. Yeah, there's just so much sword energy. Even the Justice card she's holding. I mean, it's a staff, but it's got a sharp tip. All right, so Justice, that's card number 8. We have Ten of Swords, that's Gemini energy. 9 of Pentacles, that is Virgo energy. Justice is Libra. 7 of Swords is Aquarius, and 3 of Swords is more Libra energy. So your person could have a significant Libra placement, but they don't have to. I feel like the person thinking about you believes that they have something to apologize for. Whether or not that is true is not for me to know. That is for you to know. But they believe they have something to apologize for. Because we have the 3 of Swords coming out next to the 7 of Swords and then the Justice card, I have a very strong feeling that potentially because you're both in a place where you're hurting, there may have been a lot of triggering of the other person. There may have been harsh words after getting triggered, which doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good at all. Like something is done or said and they react And then, like, right after they react, they're just like, oh, like, why did I say that? Why did I do that? Now pile three is mad at me, or pile three's hurts. Why do I keep hurting them? And those kinds of things can make it really, really hard to keep going on the healing journey because they kind of feed into our own negative thinking. But that's one of the reasons it's so important when you're on a healing journey to show yourself kindness and grace, and for this person to show themselves kindness and grace, because the thing is that once you begin the healing journey, you just kind of become ultra aware of everything that hurts. And to a degree, why it hurts. But like, I don't know, like, I know that before I went on my healing journey, just using myself as an example, before I went on my healing journey, like, I literally thought nothing bothered me. I thought nothing hurt, nothing bothered me. I was beyond a lot of things. And once I started going on my healing journey, I realized that there was a lot of things that still hurt, and they hurt badly. Like, those wounds wept. And I was literally just ignoring them all the time. And then suddenly, like, everything that could hurt because I was no longer ignoring wounds that I literally just kept band-aiding for like 10, 20 years. I feel like that's kind of where your person is. Yeah, because Three of Swords is pain, sorrow, heartache. Seven of Swords is getting caught. And that kind of, I don't get the energy that they did something like maliciously. It's the energy of they got caught up in their own trigger. But yeah, they're thinking about you because they want to make something right or apologize to you. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse, however, kind of tells me, first of all, I feel like you know who this person is. I feel like you really know who this person is, which is kind of why the other two piles, there was a lot going on in the oracle cards to really help narrow in on who this person is. These cards, your oracle cards, more just kind of reflected and reiterated each other. So that tells me that you, more likely than not, know who this person is. And you're probably just wondering, like, if you're not talking to each other right now, you're thinking about them and wondering, are they thinking about me? You know, do they regret what they said or did? Like, is this connection over? What have you? With the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, this tells me that there is some level of codependency within this connection. I don't know if you're codependent on them or they're codependent on you or you're codependent on each other, but like there's some of that going on. And often when we as hurt people go towards people who are also hurting, that's what we create. More often than not, is a codependent connection. And it sucks. It sucks so bad because, you know, we bring in things that reflect the truth of who and what we are at that moment in time. We bring in our own frequency. And it's so natural when you're hurting to want another person to be able to be there for you, to have another person to share yourself with, especially when we have a hard time loving ourselves. Just because we have a hard time loving ourselves doesn't mean that all this love that we possess isn't there. It's there. And we want to give it to someone or something, and since we can't give it to ourselves, we often try to give it to other people in order to replace the fact that we cannot give it to ourselves. But if we end up giving it to someone who is also just hurting a lot, they are likely going to be doing the same thing. And it creates codependency, and it creates this place where you're tiptoeing around each other, you're constantly triggering each other, you're hurting each other unintentionally. And unless both people start taking a very conscious effort, bring in a therapist, something like that, these kinds of connections can be very, very challenging on their own. And again, this doesn't have to be romantic. I feel like for some of you, this is not romantic whatsoever. The Ten of Swords, though. I'm sorry to say this, pile 3, but the Ten of Swords tells me that the next time you interact with this person, it might be to end the connection. I'm really sorry. I don't want to be the person that tells you that. Some of you, it's going to be to end the connection. Some of you, it's just to take a break or a pause. But I mean, these aren't happy cards. They're just not. And it's often very, very necessary to love a person from a distance. Spirit, what advice do you have for pile 3? Let's see if we can bring some positivity to this, though sometimes we just can't. But let's see. Spirit, what advice do you have for pile 3, please? Okay, we have the Chariot. Advice for pile 3, please. Two of Swords in the reverse. Every single pile, somewhere in the advice section, got Two of Swords. And I think it was in reverse all 3 times. A lot of you are coming to this reading because you don't know what to do or think. Death. Yeah, you need to make a decision between moving forward with the connection or ending it, transforming it into something else. For a lot of you, I feel like the connection, okay, so for those of you that this is a romantic connection, for a lot of you, I feel like with the Death card, you might decide that you're better as friends. I mean, just because you end the connection does not mean you can't turn it into a different kind of connection. Now, obviously, depending on what kinds of things you've gone through together, how long you've known each other, and all this other nuanced stuff, it might be very, very difficult to maintain a friendship. If that is something that you're interested in doing, taking your connection from romantic to friendship and just, having that conversation, being like, hey, I'm really hurting, you're really hurting. I feel like right now we only hurt each other. I don't want to keep hurting you. Let's just be friends right now and just work on ourselves separately. That's a beautiful place to take a connection. It really is. That's a super beautiful place to take a connection. Because at that point you are making the conscious decision that you don't want to allow your own stubbornness to destroy it. You're giving it a chance to flourish, just in a different way. Obviously, if you choose to do that, then you need to give each other some space so you can work on your own emotions. You know how long you need. And then see if you can be friends. Um, with the Centaur card, the Chariot card, I feel like if you choose to continue forward with the connection, just because of the fact that I don't know, I'm really looking at the direction he's facing, but he's looking that way. If you choose to continue with the connection, I feel like you're gonna really have to start over from scratch. Like go way back to the beginning of that first time that you meet each other's eyes. So I feel like that still kind of indicates going on a break. Taking a break and totally taking a break from each other. When you take that break, like set a date for when you're going to reintroduce yourselves to each other. Fully take a break, fully separate, go into non-communication unless for some reason you really can't. And then meet somewhere and try to go into it as if you're meeting each other again for the first time. That works for some people. That really, really works for some people, as long as you make sure that while you're in separation, you are working on whatever it is you need to work on. I also feel like the difference between these two decisions, I feel like this, transforming the connection to something else, is going to be better for people who have a lot to work on. There is a lot of water under the bridge, and you probably just won't be able to continue romantically. At least not this time. This is better for people that have little things, little communication issues. You had a small but important argument. Something got triggered. But yeah. So it turns out there is some good news. There is some good news that you don't have to totally destroy this connection. That's wonderful. That's totally wonderful. And you can still support each other and love each other differently as friends. So that's fantastic. I love that. All right. Pile 3, that is all I have for you. I believe your reading was the most brief one. Thank you for coming to your reading, and I will see you again. I do offer personal readings if that's something you're interested in. But other than that, be good, be safe, and love and light to you. Bye.